red, blue, purple light. Friends, red, blue, purple light. Friends, flags, red, blue, purple light. Friends, red and blue, purple light. Friends, facts. You can get to know the ledger, sacrilegious Sunday to melanin Monday. You can get to know the ledger, my love. Just open your third eye on Thursday. Lord, the food, the art, the clothes, the Vatican's getting exposed fast. We put the show on the road. You better stay on your toes. I was till the land focused on the ego. Then I opened my heart, let go of the ego. Grand after grand, we stacking up these C notes. Facts, facts, yeah. We gon' put this shit on our backs. Facts, facts. We in your city, pull up where we at. Facts, facts. Peace, love and light. Peace, love to the family. Peace, love and light to the family. Peace, love and light to the family.
These days and time, black man, is going to be the time that you have been waiting for. You came here for a reason. Whatever pressure, whatever adversity, whatever the fuck you feel, I don't know what you feel, but whatever you may be feeling is going to push you and it's going to provoke you and it's either going to make you or break you, similar to how pressure busts pipes or the shit makes diamonds.
Peace to the family, peace to you and yours. Peace to the family, peace to you and yours. Welcome, welcome, welcome to another episode of Techno Tuesdays. You are now rocking with the best. Yes, this is your host for the evening, Brother Red Pillar, soon to be joined by my co-host, the good brother Spin City. Before we move any further, let me know how we doing on the audio. How do we sound on the audio? Yeah, how we sounding on the audio. Shout out to everybody in the building. All right, so we sound good. Excellent, excellent. Let me go ahead and bring the my co-host on into the building, onto the stage. Without any further ado, ladies and gentlemen, I present to you our brother, none other than Spence City in the building.
Peace to the family, peace to the gods, huh?
All right, now, peace to the
Another
God.
good
What's good with
day,
you?
man.
Okay, you got
Okay.
you got new backdrop and whatnot.
Oh, yeah. Give them the Techno Tuesday. Give them that. Give them that ancestral wisdom, that ancestral intelligence. Yeah, we come and talk about artificial intelligence, but this is ancient intelligence.
This is
You feel me? Y'all every Techno Tuesday, the latest and greatest in tech, man. Hanging with Red Pillar too long, man. He got me back in my God mode. He got me, you feel me? New merch, new Techno Tuesday. Let's go, man. How you feeling,
It bees like that. Yeah, I think Techno Tuesday merch on the way, man.
Oh,
I think Techno Tuesday merch on the way. You know what I'm talking about?
yeah. We was just talking. You know, Techno Tuesdays has been able to have a pretty big influence over the community now.
And that was always the intention to influence the community, to influence, you know, especially the conscious community.
Yeah.
When I go online, sometimes I'm influenced by the output that I see some of the creators and the influencers doing and whatnot. When it comes to like AI tools, I don't want to be the only one doing it. So sometimes I'll go online, I'll get on IG and I'll see somebody playing around with Runway, ML, or Mid Journey, you know, and I get inspired. Like there's a slew of videos that I send you where there's like animations of the ancients that, you know what I mean? Those be the dope ones, like the POV videos and the videos where they're showing like, you know, ancient Kemet and whatnot in their glory, or the Anunnaki and stuff like that. So I'm like, yeah, people are using it for what it's supposed to be used for. Shout out to my mods in the building. Copper Moon, I need your email, sis. I really do, because you've been missing out on a lot of good things that's been going on. And that I take that I apologize. That's on me. I'm supposed to have some of the information in the cut. You need some stickers for the laptop. Yeah. Stickers are on the way. Stickers are definitely on the way. Mr. Ray, Mr. M Ray Digital Art. Yeah, drop your link in the chat. Drop your link in the chat so we could share that with the family and whatnot. And I'm gonna copy the link and I'm gonna go check out your video. Shout out to all of the creatives. Shout out to all of the creatives. I know, Copper. I know I have it. I might have misplaced it, man. My bad. I'm gonna need some AI to help me with shit like that. Henceforth, while we keep doing what we're doing, you know, I'm gonna pop up with the AI assistant right next to me one day. I'm gonna have a robot, a real life robot, and be like, "I'll check the emails for you" and things like that. But you know. But we in a beautiful time, as with every Techno Tuesdays, a slew of technology has rolled out over the last 7 days since the last time we met. The barometer has been moved. It's given what it's given. You know what I mean? It's given. It's just given what it's supposed to give. So tonight we will talk about these things. We will cover some of these things, and it'll be a few other things that we'll cover and whatnot.
Yeah, and I always second those words. That's what Techno Tuesdays are truly all about. Is that we're first on tech. We're first on AI. You know what I mean? That's why I say the impact on the community. Like you say, I'm like this, and I'm like, okay, they're using it. Right. We got students that have dropped comic books. Where y'all at? Where y'all at from the AI Accelerator? Y'all got comic books. These people have great.
Yeah, they
have. We have two students that were able to code their app. You know, we got. And anybody else that wants to add one, I have a page where I strictly take on the. It's just a page you go, you put your testimonial about what you've learned from me, and you people in there where their kids just dropped a new product. They were able to digitally do a shirt. And the reason why my shirts always move in the middle, y'all, is because it's set in green. And I'm doing my green screen thing. So that's why you can always see through me. We'll talk about that later on. But people are able to get Red. So me and Red taught, the whole. Let me ask real quick. I just want to ask real quick. Where is the first Instagram page, Facebook page, TikTok page where you've seen action figures and plushies? I just want y'all to put that in the chat. Maybe it was the first day, maybe it was a big AI page, maybe it was somewhere. Where'd you guys first see action figures and plushies? I just want to know that. Okay, saw it here first. Okay, right on the Spin City page. Okay, maybe I'm not the inventor. I won't say that I'm the inventor. I'm just able to see trends in the AI space and world to where they're going to hit next, and I just gave out the prompt. And after, and I think after my drop on the 6th, I think I'm not a real big deal. Quite, over 8,000 people seen that on my little page. So, I just like to say that I'm ahead. And you always know with Techno Tuesday, you're ahead.
Don't do it. You know how many people? You know how many people is 8,000?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, for sure. But that shit
is more. That's more than some of these shows even may garner in terms of viewership. So consistency is key, y'all.
Yeah.
Consistency is key, especially in these days that we are in. Why do I say that? Because I know that I'm on IG looking for inspiration. You feel me?
Yeah.
I'm scrolling and whatnot. You know, I did this whole thing where I began to unfollow a lot of people about a month or two ago because I wanted to clean up my algorithms.
Exactly.
And I wanted to
Speak on
attract.
that. Dive
Yeah,
into that for me a little bit, Red.
yeah. I wanted to attract more AI heavy channels and whatnot. I wanted to basically I wanted my echo chamber to be consistent with where my research was going, you know, and I succeeded in that, you know what I mean? Because, you know, instead of doom scrolling now, I'm able to literally scroll and get inspired by like every 5 posts. It's mind blowing. Yeah. I encourage everybody else that's out there who may be experiencing doom scrolling, or you may be experiencing toxicity on your timeline. You know, you might want to remove people from that are engulfed in that septic tank and whatnot. If there's shade room, all of that shit, spiritual world, shade room, no disrespect to them and whatnot. I saw the people who run those ghost channels. They're not like us. You feel me? So I understand why they promote the minstrel show. They're not like us. If you understand what I'm saying. Media takeout, shade room. It was some chick barely could speak English. You know what I'm talking about? From Africa. I'm like, how the fuck are you? You know what I mean? Like, how are you? And once again, I'm not out here jacking none of that other BS and whatnot, because I'm not on that. I'm just looking at people that are literally eating off of this culture and spreading the negativity unabashedly in the culture. They're becoming the aggregators of the negativity, and it's like, and we know that they're doing it for the check and whatnot,
of course,
but I could only get mad at the culture for not being, more responsible for shit like that, and allowing these channels and these platforms just to pop up and do whatever the hell they want. It's a lot of fuckery out there. But anyway, it's going to be out there. I suggest for the people that are out there, if y'all done with all of the gossiping and the minstrel show and the shenanigans, unfollow these people. It will help your timeline and it will help your algorithm, and you could get to being inspired again.
Yeah, definitely. So I'll add on that as well. You know, when you're cleaning your algorithm, I would say do everything. I would unfollow, you know, what you don't want, follow more of what you do want, do the same thing with your hashtags, and do the same things with what you share and what you save. Since you know, we know a lot about the back end of social media, it's everything, because they're trying to put you in your own little, you know, brain bubble, right? But this you know, when Red brought it up, that's why I say let's hit on this a little bit. This is a little bit more techno, you know what I'm saying, that you might think. And everything that you do on a social media platform, it molds a digital you. That's how we've been able to market to you. You create a digital you inside of the computer. So when we're saying to clean your algorithm, it's realistically cleaning your brain, cleaning your mind, again, from the brain rot. You know what I mean? Because I can, you know, I like my brain rot is checking on the streets. You know, I come from the streets and I just attach to the streets. So I check on the streets, like Big U and them and what they got going on. That's my little bit brain rot. But everything else, tech, AI, marketing, sales, funnels, media buying, becoming a better podcaster. I mean, look back at Techno Tuesdays episode 1 and look at Techno Tuesdays episode 17, and you'll literally see an evolution in me. You know what I mean? As far as my lighting and things go, you know, it's Red know what's going on. You watching this boy come up.
That's right, as you
And that's
should.
because I've been able to brainwash myself with my social media algorithms. It's not, everybody says, "Oh, this is brain rot. This is brain rot." No, you can really brainwash yourself and to become a totally different person. You're
You can
only
rewire your brain, right?
Mhm,
Neuroplasticity. Like you
mhm.
literally could rebuild synapses that have been that have collapsed and the bridges that have burnt.
Yeah,
You know, you could rewire your brain if you are connected to the right algorithm. And the
yeah.
opposite can also happen as well. ATZ Gallery, please drop the link. Once again, you might have came in here late and whatnot, but I'm encouraging everybody that's in the building. You know what I mean? We are students as well. Me and Spin, we students as well.
Yeah.
Like we in the audience as well. We consume content that is in alignment what it is that we teach and whatnot. So anything that's dealing with AI, especially if it's something that you created, we
Mhm.
very much welcome that, and we highly encourage. There's no competition. This is a network. This is about us coming together. This is Techno Tuesdays for my techies out there who you prior to this, you probably didn't have an outlet and whatnot. People didn't want
Yeah.
to talk like this. So now that you're here, don't feel intimidated in any way. Share your works. And like Spin was saying, um, it don't matter what it's like when you first do it, because that is going to be the worst that it will ever be. You know what I mean? As long as you keep doing it, it's going to get better and better and better and better and better. That's the thing that this technology could definitely that's the thing that this technology has with it, is that if you stay with it, you're gonna get better. Vibe architecting. Have y'all heard of vibe architecting as an alternative to vibe coding? Very interesting.
Yeah, I haven't heard it put that way, but what they're pretty much read what we were doing with Mid Journey, and you're telling Mid Journey create me this, and this, um, or talking. Well, I've said it before to where you literally talk to your Chat GPT as it builds up buildings. What you can do with labs.google and share the screen with AI and ask the AI. You'll just sit here like this, and I mean, you're building worlds. You're building websites. Just right here, you're like, Gemini, can you code then recode? I need a landing page. I need it this color. I'm doing this. I'm doing that. And you're
Right.
just sitting there. You're just sitting here. This is the world that we live in. We just sit here and go like this now. Mid
Right.
journey, give me a prompt here. Okay. And then people like to use Manus and operators still. So they're like, put this here, do this.
Right.
And they're able to bring up AI creations in a flash just off their voice.
Yes, Divine
Off their
Goddess, congratulations. We're even gonna have a show where we're gonna open up. We're gonna have a panel with AI creators and whatnot, and we're gonna bring a lot of people on stage just so we could crystallize the moment. You know what I mean? Capture the moment, something that you could look back a year from now, maybe 10 years from now, and be like, "Oh, I was," you know what I mean? But we're gonna do that. Faith. Yes, we many of us can relate. Cutting off family members, good friends, day ones. You know what I'm saying? All of that. I mean, nothing. No one is safe. When you on this journey and whatnot, nobody is safe. Not a soul. When you are when you are evolving and you're changing and you're shedding skin and whatnot and you're growing and people can't grow with you or they're impeding on your growth process, yeah, even if they're flesh and blood, man, it's just time to put people on timeout. You know what I mean? And
Cut my granny
keep
off. She
working
don't
on
see how I
yourself.
see it. Yes.
Huh?
They put Miles put I cut my granny off, so she don't see it how I see it.
She
The
don't see
Kendrick
it
joint.
how I see it. You feel
Man,
me?
what?
You know?
And that's the
Okay.
thing. Like Troy says, my bad to cut you off, Red, but everybody can't go because everybody can't go. the world has to world like that, and sometimes it does burn me up on the inside. But I finally realized after working for the culture, my 7 years worth, is that it's hella hard to save the culture. So you go back to what Red Pillar is saying, me, Red, Keys, Ben, Derek Grace, the Reason Islam, him 500, all these folks that we talk about credit, we talk about land, we talk about gold, we talk about tech, we talk about music, we talk about boom. We're raising the community up, but the community is making everybody I just mentioned, the Pillar Brothers, right? All the master teachers. People are not seeing the master teachers in the Pillar Brothers because they're looking at what Sexy Red and Adam 22 and you're over there. Like that's so crazy. I can't mention as many names in media, but I can mention hella master teachers and people that's for the culture and community. Ripple, right. Boom, Pop Darby, boom, Spin. Boom, Grace.
Right.
Boom, Red is hidden. Feel me? Ooh, Billionaire PA. Boom. Nehemiah Davis. Feel me? Like, that's what I'm looking at. When we talk about our algorithms, lo and behold, your brother don't got your same algorithm. Lo and behold, your sister and your mother don't have the same algorithm set up. And they talking about they talk about
Aaron the plumber.
Yeah, Aaron the plumber fight. I hate getting together and I hate getting into a room to where I'll listen to it a little bit. I'll listen to maybe 10 minutes worth of Aaron the plumber and some baddies, and then I'll ask the whole room, hey, but how can we get rich though? And I can see everybody's shoulders get uneasy. All right,
right now you blowing it.
He want to talk about finances, right? He want to talk about tech and AI. Nobody want to hear that. But you want to see how many points Steph Curry's going to put up. Okay, Steph Curry getting millions of dollars. Are you going to continue to watch him? Or is there something you could do? You don't got to be a basketball player to make brand deals. You don't need to be a basketball player to make short films in the age of acceleration, especially with AI and tech. You know what I mean? So, that's my spill on it.
Yep. I feel you the same way. You know what I mean? You know me. I give the fuckery a shot. You know what I mean? I'm a fuckery magnet sometimes. I'll do a little deep dive.
Media, though. You're independent media, though.
I'm independent media, so it's almost like mandatory that I got to do a little bit of the scraping of the bottom of the culture, to kind of like get this information, because y'all would be surprised where a lot of this information is. Y'all would be surprised the shit that's connected to things that you probably didn't even think was connected. The way that my mind works, I'm able to make connections with mundane shit, with deep shit. You know what I mean? So, it just comes with the territory. Yeah. But like you were saying, it comes a day and time where we gotta kind of cut a lot of that shit out. It's noise. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. It's mindless chatter. It's distractions. It's attachments. It's a form of a parasite. So,
exactly. Ooh,
the way that I relinquish falling under control of certain things is I balance it with a lot of deep diving on real information, things that are going to challenge my brain, things that are going to quote unquote blow my mind and whatnot. And to be honest with you, the AI has helped me immensely in that quest to find these things, because if left up to social media and the algorithm, that I was going crazy. Like, it was literally driving me into a corner where my whole timeline was nothing but a bunch of pessimism, ignorance, Black people, buffoonery, minstrel shows. I mean, it was disgusting. It was disgusting. But now we here. So I'm just focusing on that. And like you were saying, Spen, I spend a lot of time sometimes with my heart on my sleeve, appealing to the trenches and whatnot, and speaking about some of the darker corners of the culture and whatnot, you know. And I don't know why I care. You know what I mean? I really don't. Some days I don't care, but most days I do. You know what I mean? And I wear that shit on my sleeves and whatnot. And I hope and pray that that I don't regret it in the future, you know. But it's because of where I come from. I can't forget that. You know what I mean? It's almost like I would feel like I sold out if I just kept talking about the finer things in life and the high vibrations, and you know, we're meditating today, and you know, and I neglect the pain that's going on, because the pain is the ignorance. You feel me? Pain is the ignorance. You know, people, it's poverty minded consciousness, and it's pain, you know. And I know that information, right information, and a purpose can alleviate all of that, you know. So yeah, Divine Goddess said AI has made all of my documents much easier. I don't understand why people are rejecting it. It is the best tool yet. I just want to remind the family, and I was talking about this with Brother Rich earlier. Like, I remember clearly 2007, 2008, 2009, the master teachers, and I won't say their names, right? Because I don't want to shame anybody, but they was telling us don't go on the internet. And then prior to that, they were telling us don't get debit cards. And prior to that, they were telling us don't do social media. Now, it worked for certain people who took the heat and whatnot, but those people, when I interacted with them, it was more of a fear tactic type of thing. They were more so stuck in a fear paradigm, and some of them are stuck in time.
Exactly.
Go
That's
on
what happened.
125th Street and run into some of the people who didn't get on the internet, who don't even know what the hell Instagram is. They're still, even though they opted out, they have not necessarily evolved with the times. And I don't want to do no shit like that. You know, I'm a futurist. I'm a visionary. I'm an Afrofuturist. So I almost have to immerse myself into this quote unquote path that we're in. And I promise you, and I said it last night, and I'll say it tonight. When it gets to the point where this AI is becoming very detrimental, or when it gets to the point where this shit goes full Skynet, I'm gonna go live and let y'all know. Throw away your Chat GPT and all of these other things. I'm gonna blow the horn. I'm gonna be responsible. You feel me? I'm not gonna be in denial. Right now, it's similar to somebody being a what do they call that? A Derek Grace, a owner of, what do they call that? When you have hammers, is that called B2? No, what is that called? Amendment to, what is it?
The Second Amendment, when you got your firearms together.
Yeah,
Standing on the Second Amendment.
so they call it 2A or A2 or whatnot, right? So there's people who have a cachet of firearms, right? Like a Derek Grace, right? But Derek Grace is collecting the firearms to protect his people. You know what I'm talking about? He wants to protect his family. He wants to arm his family. He don't have a bunch of firearms and he's out there drill rapping.
Man, what?
So I look at it like that. You can have technology and you could use it for very negative things. Shout out to all of the scammers out there. You know what I'm talking about? You know, they out there ruining people's lives and taking penitentiary chances and doing a lot of BS and whatnot, hacking people's computers, gang stalking, and doing all of the negative shit, right? That's one end of the spectrum. But then on the other end of the spectrum, you have people that are in our chat right now talking about how much this thing has given them, quote unquote, a better outlook on things. And, you know, it helped them with time management. It helped them do, you know, it saved them a little bit of resources that they probably would have had to been spending a lot of money on and things of that nature. So we're on that side of the spectrum with the positivity and with the building aspect of it. You know what I mean?
You
The
know, when
verdict is still out. The internet is a surveillance military tool now connected to the synthetic cloud. Yes, I watched Sabrina Wallace, very good researcher and whatnot. She talks about the surveillance industry and whatnot. She breaks that down. And Whitney Webb, she's an investigative reporter. She's done some deep dives on these things as well. There's an interesting article that just came out today that broke ground and whatnot about 4chan. I don't know. I'm sure people are familiar with 4chan. If you're not familiar with 4chan, 4chan is a behemoth when it comes to not necessarily on our end, melanated black people and whatnot. 4chan is very big when it comes to like the QAnon crowd, the Trump MAGA crowd, the white supremacists, the white nationalists, a lot of those people. So they basically hacked 4chan. 4chan was running on very old code and whatnot. Their code source was outdated. They basically got hacked and they doxed the they went ahead and doxed the moderators. Come to find out that the majority of the moderators had .gov and .edu emails. What does that mean? That means that it was the government the whole time. What does it also mean? It means that if you didn't know, the internet was started by the military, it was started by the government. It was originally supposed to be a quote unquote it was how they communicated on the Ethernet and whatnot. We're on the internet, we're not on the Ethernet. And it's been a surveillance and a data collection tool and a government tool from day one.
Yep.
Individuals such as myself, I'm not selling no narcotics. You feel me? I'm not doing things would be considered illegal. What would be considered illegal is the fact that I would be considered a rebel rouser. You know what I mean? I'm speaking against the fuckery. I'm telling the truth. I'm a truth teller. That's the only thing that I would say would be a red flag. Other than that, I don't really have too much to worry about, because if they're going to collect the data, if they're going to do the surveillance, if they're going to do all of these things, let them do it. You know, it is what it is. When I signed up for this job as the red pill, I already knew what came with it. You know what I'm talking about? So for the people who are out here doing some shit that they not supposed to be doing, you got a lot to worry about. But for those who are just communicating and following the quote unquote, the righteous path and whatnot, your energy is being harvested, your data is being harvested. You know what I'm talking about? They might even know, if unless you're using a quote unquote some of the most advanced what's that shit when you block your address and whatnot?
Wait, what you mean? What you mean when you block your
When we
address?
was doing the crypto, when we had to use the blockers, the IP blockers to block your VPNs.
Yeah,
Right?
VPNs. Okay.
The
Yeah.
VPNs and whatnot. Yeah, they know where you at, my nigga. You know what I'm talking about? They know where you at.
And see, that's what I had, we circle that back to what I had just said with the internet too. It's like, bro, what makes me a good marketer is the data points that the internet extracted from you guys. And it's not only that, you try to block your VPN all you want to. You have a physical address, you have a physical cell phone, you got family members that are not off the grid. I mean, people know where you at, man. Like,
right.
You got a cell phone on you, you know what I mean? And it's that
right.
All of this, all the data mining and everything that's going on, learning about how humans think, how humans buy, how humans watch, how they entertain themselves. It's all for the collective to learn. That's what I think about the internet. And I'm a millennial, so I've lived a little bit of time without it, but essentially I grew up with computers and gaming. ever since it was going making all those crazy noises, right?
Yeah.
So
That AOL
when it
shit.
came out, I was able to see the world because you gotta imagine I come from the ghetto, I come from like some little projects and apartments and stuff. So how was I supposed to see the world other than inside these books that they offer me at the schoolhouse? Oh, National Geographic is a piece of paper. You kind of, okay. Then they show you some movies and TV shows, and you're like, yeah. The internet became a real place to where I can talk to my homie in Egypt. I can talk to my homie in Germany. I can talk to my homie in Brazil, and they can show me in real time, like what it's looking like out here. You know what I mean? We can now translate faster than ever. We can now generate images and videos faster and better than ever. So, I like it. I guess I was born in that time, and I was forced to like it. I do understand the back end. Sometimes that's why when I take y'all to business.facebook.com. And I'm showing you the capabilities. I'm like, it's kind of dark. I know when your birthday is. I know if you're married. I know, what zip code you live in. I can target you by how much money you make. I can target you because you've been watching this podcast. I can target you based off the food that you ate last. You know what I mean? So I know it's dark back there. I know it's dark back there, but it's kind of a give or take. I don't know we really want to call it all the time, but
I mean, voyeurism is dark, right? Yeah. I'm a big fan of the Truman Show.
Yeah.
I'm of the conspiracy theorem that this is all a Truman Show. We are being observed. We are underneath someone's microscope. The fake thing about a roof that doesn't exist. You know what I mean? These four walls don't exist. They're looking at you through the walls, through the roof. There's cameras everywhere. This shit is a fucking production. You know what I mean? However, it's just you gotta live with it. You know what I mean? It is what it is. You can't live in fear, and you can't necessarily, live in some type of restricted type of mentality where you're looking over your shoulders and just live, my genius. Just live. You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
And make sure, just make sure that you're not doing nothing that you wouldn't be embarrassed of if it was put out there. You know, that's really the caveat in this thing. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, like don't live in a box, because I know people when we was coming up in this thing called consciousness, I remember people were scared to go outside, bro. I remember people were scared to go outside. That's how much they was into, the Illuminati. Like y'all catching the Illuminati on the back end. The early Illuminati days, man, it was nasty. It was nasty. People was literally in fear, Don't let no white men with a black suit walk through the block, man. Niggas was, yo, what the? They was running, bro. They was scared to death. Yeah, like the fake flight to space. The other man, if they don't get out of here with that BS, if that improves, to people that we living in a fishbowl, huh?
They had some chicks go to space, some celebrities, huh?
Gail, I don't know why she ain't take Oprah with her. And Katy Perry and some other Beckys and whatnot said that they went to space. You know what I mean? I'm like, if you go to space, you're supposed to spend the night out there. Like, what the fuck? What the helly? How the hell? It's like it was almost like this what it was. It was $1 billion great adventure ride.
Okay.
Remember the ride that go all the way up and then the shit drop down and whatnot? Like a bungee jump? It was $1 billion bungee jump because they literally went into some type of contraption that just took them all the way up and then dropped them down in some type of parachute type thing. I'm like, what 11 minutes? Like, come on, fam.
Okay, yeah. I know I seen a little something about it. Like I say, I just can't look at all the news. I don't know what they trying to hit me with.
Yeah, bro. Like, good. Come on, man. Like you I mean, come on, what are we doing? You know what I'm saying? What are we doing? Like they still lying to people, they still playing with people in their face and shit like that. I mean, not me though. I'm not buying it. I ain't going for it. I am not
Yeah.
going for it.
I see in the chat, L, you're asking how you do the Facebook thing. Spence said you're gonna want to go to business.facebook.com. Sign up with your Facebook page on business.facebook.com. It'll bring you to the Meta Business Suite. Inside of the Meta Business Suite, you create advertisements. And I
Mm-hmm.
can find any one of y'all on the back end of them advertisements. We
Fact.
helped Trav do his plane business by using that. I'll bring it up in a second after we get through a little bit of more tech talk. I'll show you it. Ill. Just stick around with us. Make sure you like the video, share the video out to 2 other people that believe in tech, artificial intelligence, and a better future for the community.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Yeah.
let's talk about yeah, let me hear this from Red. Let me hear this from Red while I got him on here. My boy, what's going on with China outing everything in
What the
America?
heli? What the heli? What the slanted eye heli?
Birkin
With
bags,
the Birkin heli?
all the little
There is dissertation type of feedback that I would have to give to that. Me and brother Rich and Blue Pill, we're actually gonna deal with that tomorrow
okay.
on our channel Hippopolis. We're gonna be doing a conversation about that because there's some things that need to be talked about. One of the most startling things that come out of this whole expose, if anybody is unfamiliar with what we're talking about, they're on TikTok right now, the Chinese manufacturers. I've said this before, and I say it again. I went to LA and they taught me that I saw the game in LA. I went to the wholesale district and I peeped the game in LA. I was upset with LA natives, right? Melanated black LA natives because they don't take advantage of Koreatown in the wholesale district in ways that I would be like, yo, y'all should all be rich right now.
Man.
I also share the same type of angst to my brothers and sisters in New York City who didn't take advantage of the wholesale district. The wholesale district made me, feel me, who I was as an entrepreneur with Kings County back in 2005 onward and whatnot. That was the baby version of what China has to offer. We were on our way to China in 2019 after we went to LA and when Nipsey got buried and whatnot, when Nipsey made transition and we met up with a brother who has a direct China plug and he was going to bring us to China in 2000 and then C19 happened, so that thing got completely thrown off. But what he was telling us was, bro, I'm going to take you into cities where the whole city is a manufacturing outpost.
Mm.
He was giving us the skinny of what it is that they do. He said, yeah, from 9 to 5, the factories make products for Nike, and from 5 to 9, they make products for Canal Street.
Mm.
But like I said, coming from New York and being on Canal Street and being in the wholesale district and seeing that they were doing things called grade A, grade B, and grade C spinoffs, they taught us the game all the way back then. They was like, this is the fucking Nike. It's just the fact that we don't, when we do these Air Force Ones that they send to Canal Street, we're not going to use certain materials and whatnot. We're going to use more of a cheaper material, but it's the same mold, it's the same manufacturer, it's the same machine. So countless amounts of people over the years have lost their lives keeping up with this Jones that P. Diddy and them started. This comes from the all about the Benjamins era. This comes from the tunnel era. This comes from the shiny suit era. This infatuation and this fixation with designer made in China, right? The whole shit is fake. The whole shit was smoke and mirrors. P. Diddy is made in China. He said that he was the face of Ciroc. He didn't own that shit. He didn't have nothing to do with it. He was a glorified employee. Everything that he was selling you was fake. He was selling you masculinity. Come to find out, he's a bench hit. He's a switch hitter. He was selling you black excellence and his black decadence. It was not real. So the China thing is just a glimpse of what this whole culture is. The whole culture is Temu, my nigga. The whole culture is Temu. Nothing has been real from the inception. It's always been fake. Even if we find out that the CIA was behind hip hop in its inception, when we find out that, I'm not gonna go there, but yeah, I'm glad that this is happening. Melanated people don't got shit. They don't have nothing in America. They have not built anything. They don't have no institutions. They don't have no quote unquote industries that they own. They don't own any sports teams. They don't own nothing, but they own a fucking Birkin bag. The illusion of inclusion. They own some damn Gucci loafers. The illusion of inclusion. They own some fucking designer.
Man, clip that.
But the whole time, you could have been spending. I would have rather blow my bag on some technology.
Man, who you telling?
You know what I'm saying? Instead of paying some money, I would have rather blow my bag on a course with red and blue, or red and spin, or whoever. I would blow my bag on some certifications. I would blow my bag on an accreditation. You know what I mean? A goddamn certificate is a way more come up than a motherfucking Gucci belt. You know what I'm saying? Or my designer came from China, and I told people that from the door.
From the rip.
From the rip. And then have no problem with it. They took a while to catch up. Talking about Milan and all of that. I'm an ex-booster. We frowned upon the fact that niggas was out there spending their mama's money on designer. Shame on you niggas, man. You know what I'm talking about? There were so many other things that we could have been doing with those funds. I'm more so upset with all of the lives that have been lost. All of the black bodies that are in the federal pen right now, in the pokey and whatnot, trying to keep up with this fake ass Jones and whatnot, running behind designers from Italy and Milan and whatnot. And those people stole from Africa the motifs, the leather. The majority of the premium leather comes from the continent. So why we not buying it from them? You know? Why are we not buying it from them? What the fuck is a Birkin bag? Like, I hope everybody sells they where's the baddies at? Is there any baddies in the audience? I hope y'all sell all of your Birkins and your wigs and turn that shit into a profitable business.
Man, what?
Sell all that shit now. Like the gig is up. You know what I mean? Get you a Teflon bag. God damn it. Get you a bag from DH Gate. I don't give a fuck because I don't care. It don't matter me none. You know what I mean? You could pull up with a burlap bag. I'm not, you know what I mean? It don't at this point in the game, that's what I, you know what I mean? What property do we own? What how many acres do you have? You know, how many machines do you have? Type shit. You feel me? I did a show where I was showing people the most minimalist machines, a heat press machine, a vinyl cutting machine, a silkscreen machine, a DTF, a DTG machine. I'm like, investing, this is low-level technology, but this will literally change your lives. How? Because like I said, it helped me pay every single bill. It helped me keep bank rolls in my pocket. It elevated me back in the days when I was using these tools and whatnot.
Yeah. Like we got on, and that'd be the thing too. Like how cool is cool at a certain point. Me and Red both been up here rocking our own backgrounds, our own merch that y'all get from us. It's Naga, it's Myga, it's Techno Tuesdays. you know. And again, since it's Techno Tuesdays, we're always, oh, Open AI did this. Listen to me now. Gemini did this. And here's an AI, a large language model from China. Oh, here's Europe's large language model. Where is Melanated America's large language model?
Yeah.
Where's Melanated America's Instagram? Where's Melanated America's electric vehicle? Where's what is Melanated America's coin?
Right, because y'all niggas gotta be crazy to think that the conversations, like there's a conversation going on right now about the tariffs. There's a this is a power conversation. This is about power. And if we can't sit back and realize we don't have nothing to do with this conversation, the only thing that we have is as customers. I talked about the crack era yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
Jay-Z said, you only a customer when you in the presence of hustlers, right? Man, so as a consumer, this is what China is trying to tell niggas on TikTok. Like, you are a consumer. How are you a consumer? You don't even have no power. And everybody is fighting over you. Yeah, there would be no China if they didn't have if they was uneducated consumers, if they didn't have you as an uneducated consumer. There was a department store in New York back in the day called Sims, and their tagline was an educated consumer, right? And we are looked at in America as uneducated consumers because we don't know that them damn Nikes were $10 and they're selling it to you for $300 and you buying it with a smile on the face. It's all good if you buying it with a smile on your face, but your community look like dog shit.
Yeah.
The children can't read. You feel me? Everything on everything checks, all of the boxes check out that nothing has improved but your Nike collection. That's a problem. We should study China more. Man, I wish I had the book all the way through from their I'm sorry to cut you off. From what Mao Zedong did when he cleaned up China, all the way to when they took it from communist to capitalist and whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
There was a documentary that I talked about on my show years ago, and the shit blew my mind. I think AA put me on. It was like a 6-part, 7-part series, but it was the deepest documentary that I ever saw to talk about how China became capitalist, but it's a capitalist communist, it's a hybrid and whatnot. The shit blew my mind and whatnot. It went very deep. And okay, the $150 trillion mineral endowment. No, I didn't see that. I gotta check that out.
So y'all, I just wanted to, it's not to cut in, but a couple of books. I got some more in the garage. Look at the New China Playbook. You read the New China Playbook, you can see what China is doing to America.
Can you send me that?
Again, huh?
Can you send me that?
Yeah.
I'm
gonna send y'all the other one too. We're gonna put it out. Red, can you let everybody know that you have the Instagram? The Instagram.
Yes, accelerated AI accelerated. Let me show y'all. I want everybody to join.
Y'all get up in there.
Look how the ancestors work. Let me just go to the minute I popped on IG.
Better than this nigga and that nigga. And I just sit back and laugh. I wear what the fuck I want to wear, nigga. I'll your bitches some regular shit, talking all that designer shit, nigga. That shit.
What?
Me. The clothes don't wear me, nigga. I wear the clothes.
You feel me?
Whether I'm in that shit or not. You know what I'm saying? But I'll be laughing at you niggas because I tried to tell all you niggas that shit be fake ass shit made in China. Niggas throw a tag on it, bring it over here, overcharge you goofy niggas, and y'all be acting like y'all ill. Hey, and another thing, For years,
And
I've been
another
telling
thing.
you niggas about all that fake ass designer shit you niggas been running up in these Louis Gucci stores, Prada, and all this shit. Yeah, I spent 20 in Prada. Yeah, I spent 30 in Gucci. Yeah, I be in Louis busting it up. Yeah, I only wear Mary this and Mary that. Made in
Yeah,
Man,
come on.
man.
Come on, man. What?
Yeah.
What? And that's another thing too. It's like, bro, I did my thing, but I did my designer thing. Let me not lie. Never mind. When I was in my 20s, I did my designer thing. I had Evisu, Artful Dodger,
Oh, I remember those days.
a Coogee.
I remember those days.
So
That
yeah,
wasn't designer though, fam. I wouldn't call that designer. That wasn't Evisu, Artful Dodger, and all of that.
I did my
That
Ralph
was
Lauren.
high fashion.
I did my little Ralph Lauren little section.
Yeah, that's not.
I
Yeah,
never been a Jordan guy. But I can rock some AF1s in the mug.
facts. So, family on IG, I'm dropping a link right here. This is a sign up link. It's free to sign up. All right, it's free to sign up, and it is a channel that we built on Instagram, and the Instagram is basically a repository of AI news that basically, it's a wealth of information on this page, y'all. Like we're loading it up. You know what I mean? We're loading it up with information, and we're even going to bring on other people on the channel. We're gonna make mods on the channel so y'all could basically, if there's somebody out there who runs across a lot of AI news, but I get so much news on my timeline on a daily basis. It's almost a crime if I don't share it. You know what I mean? So here it is. Sign up to the AI Accelerated 4.4 network. Just become a member. It's free of charge. Ain't no ticket and whatnot, but this is a private channel, and you'll be privy to all of the new news that are coming out on a daily basis. So when we come through on these Tuesday shows, you'll be a little more familiar with some of the things that we be talking about. You know what I mean?
Yeah, so you can have your hands in the tech a little bit. A part of this conversation because it's usually me and Red sending back and forth things. We'll work with it. We'll do a quick test maybe that day on the latest and greatest and figure out what to deliver to you guys. But if you're simply in here, you're watching the influencers that we're watching. And please, y'all, please, the thing about this is I want y'all to start to become Fat Matt now. I like them. And that's cool. But here we are again, Techno Tuesdays, AI and tech for the melanated community of America. And a lot of it, if I don't cut one, or if Red don't cut one, or even, Brother Ben X cut one, I'm not seeing any other influencer that's looking like this that's dropping generative AI, large language model prompts. Because what did I do with the doll? I put out a prompt about it. It wasn't me showing the doll. A lot of us, we show what we've done.
Right, gatekeeper.
But tear a sheet of paper off and pass it to your brother or sister next to you and say, sis, this is the prompt to do them dolls. Sis, this is the prompt in the site that I got from Techno Tuesday to where you can actually bring a melanated woman of America, a melanated woman of the world, and make your own Barbie line. Because you're going to design it with artificial intelligence, get a 3D render, and then you're gonna hit the market and say, who does dolls?
And once again,
how much can I get per doll?
Right. And look at China acting up right now on they revenge shit. This is the opportune time. If there was no other time, this is an unprecedented time to whereas they are literally cutting out the middleman. China is sick and tired of Caucasians.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
hear me. Go ahead, Ray. Go ahead.
Nah, go ahead.
And I was just going to bring up the fact that I brought up in class that just like Red just said, the Chinese, let's say the yellow person on the planet is extremely upset with the palest person on the planet.
Right.
But the pale person of the planet built up off of the melanated people of the planet, whether you're, brown, light brown, really dark like myself, right? So the pale person built up on the backs of a lot of melanated people and other pale people. And the yellow guys are like, man, you know what? We're gonna come take you down.
Right.
And since the pale person is being held up like this by the melanated person, when they get knocked down, you know who's gonna get knocked down even harder than last time? Who they see as their servant, who they built their nation off of. The ones that don't really got no money, the ones with no land, the ones with no investments.
Right.
You could be of any color of choice. I'm just sick of seeing my team fall down harder and harder every time something comes out. They put the beer bug out, the C-19 come out. This comes out, that news comes out, and our people we're just like little sheep out there, man. We just run into our little holes. Oh yeah, you gotta wear your mask and you can't be coughing and then it's everybody else. It's us up here trying to tell you, look, man, we're just seeing it not be that big. What we gonna do is we're gonna take some Dr. Sebi information with some new age information and see what herbs we can use and how much water we can drink and how much food we can get in, how much sun we can get in, how much grounding we can get in. Do you put a grounding mat by your bed? Do you put a grounding sheet on your bed? Do you do red light therapy? How much sun are you truly getting? Are you putting your feet on the beach?
Right.
Are you doing a little bit of cold exposure? You know what I mean? That's why you see Ashton Hall put his face in ice water. It'll wake you up. It'll soothe your skin. Like real things are happening inside to where, look at the mask and no. And again, you wrap it up. Here we are again. You just heard somebody, as soon as Red go to IG, they talk about this is something we've been doing.
Right.
I haven't worn designer in years, but I wear designer. You know who the designer was? Spin City. You know who the designer has been? Red Pillar. You know who the designers have been? My homies. Yeah, Maximize Vitality. I'm a long-time biohacker. Personal trainer, strength and conditioning coach, nutritionist. You feel me? Backpacks. Designer. Who the designer? You up here watching Spinning Red do this, man. I want you to do it. Let me see your backpack.
The language is wrong. Let me see your backpack, please.
Instead of MCM backpack, Mega backpack, make yourself gods again. Mega backpack.
We make our own books. You know what I mean? We make our own book bags. Everything that I got on right now, everything that I'm wearing, right? Every single piece of clothing on my body, maybe not my underwear, but all of this shit that you see on me, from the hat, this is my brother Nashawn. This is my good brother, Ancient Heritage, the same people that made the book bag, right? This is mine right here. The chain is the same brother that made my grill. My grill is melanated. You know what I'm talking about? Like, what are we talking about? It's not difficult to do. So it goes back to mind state, right? My brother Lico TV, he was the one that designed the book and whatnot. So I'm talking about if you this is unity, this is the practice, this is it in real time. People be talking that shit, but what are you wearing? What do you represent? Who are you a billboard for? I'm a billboard for the real designers. I'm a walking billboard for the real designers.
For the real designers, man. I don't know. I don't really know Ralph Lauren. I don't really know the Versace people. I don't know the
right. When I had
who
on
even knows the Birkin people.
We was giving Ralph pain. Right. My reparations come in the form of cotton. I'm a different ninja. You know what I mean? I went and got my cotton reparations. I didn't wait for the Supreme Court to give it to me. You know what I'm saying? Look, ancient homage in the building right here.
Ashe, come on.
Ashe, I'm repping all day. You know what I mean? The bucket hats, that's ancient homage. Like I'm repping my peoples, bro, because I'm like, yo, I know that the man make the clothes and the clothes don't make the man. When I put Ralph Lauren on, I gave him credibility. You know what I mean? When I put some Gucci on, I'm giving them credibility. I'm making Versace even more popping when I put it on my body and whatnot. They not making me popping. I'm popping them more. So I said, you know what? I'm done with this shit. You know what I mean? I'm done with this. I'm going to pop off my cotton. You know what I mean? And I'm going to pop off other people's cotton, because once you understand who you are in the whole scheme of things, when you the main character, then you act accordingly.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm challenging everybody I don't give a fuck when you got onto this shit. I don't care if you got on yesterday. I don't care if you woke up yesterday. Change your wardrobe. Keyword war, my nigga.
Man.
Change your wardrobe. You know what I'm talking about? Stop running around looking like these knuckle draggers and whatnot. Stop trying to. It's about unity is a part of uniformity. If you saw a bunch of niggas hop off of a truck and they was wearing hoodies and whatnot, trying to put out a fire, you would not assume that these niggas are firefighters. It's uniformity.
What?
They gotta pull up looking like a goddamn firefighter.
Yeah.
Okay. They gotta have a uniform that the firefighters wear. So let's do the same thing. Let's have uniformity. If you want to talk unity, we'll have uniformity first. You gotta look alike. Okay. Yeah. We have to be able to identify you with your uniform. Okay. I see a sister with a good sundress on. I'm like, shit, I already know what it is. You know what I mean? There's some patchouli oil and some other things involved. I already know what tribe you belong to. I'm just playing. But we look, the jury. You know what I'm saying? People would be embarrassed to walk around like this. You know what I'm saying?
And that was one thing.
You gotta break through that shit.
Y'all style, right? So red, blue, y'all don't know. So it was, well, you probably just simply don't remember. But y'all showed up to Derek Grace's class one time, and as soon as I seen y'all, I'm like, look, there they go. These the Pillar Brothers from the Shifters, and y'all got unks. Y'all got the real shit. Crystal's been looking like a energetic Thanos, and I was like, bruh, it's cracking for me ever since. I don't have all my stuff back, but
oh, nah, you was heavy on it. I remember,
bro.
You was
okay, you remember, like, bro, I took red and blue style, bro. I was like Black Pill, and I was on the West Coast, so they looking at me crazy. They like, bro, what is this? They like, it's kind of cool, but you know what I'm saying? Like, you feel me? What's the word on this? I'm like, bro, this is, you know, instead of buying, you know, Eliante ice and Icebox ice, you know, crystals, we can go back and do our research, do deep research on crystals, rocks, minerals, sunlight, water, vibration. You do your homework, you know what I'm saying? And you can wear this, you know what I'm saying? When you wearing your ice, when you wearing your diamonds, okay, it's cool. You know what I mean? It got a nice dance to it, a nice view. But these stones and these jewels and everything made out of copper holds energy. You can meditate in this jewelry and feel better when you get there. Like, you know, don't take my word for it. I like the style and I like the feel. You feel me?
Right. You know, so be very proud if you have your own look, your own swag, because these articles are going to continue to come out. The veil is continue to be lifted. Shit is going to continue to be exposed. It is all fake. It is not real. It doesn't have any foundation. Stop aligning yourself with it. Fire bun, all of that shit. You know what I'm talking about? All of that fake ass shit that people are that's the golden calf that they worship. These fake ass designers, Rick Owens and all of this stupid. Like, did you see his wife? Let's get on some AI talk. Let's get on some AI talk. You know?
Yeah.
What are some of the new apps that came out and rolled out. I know the most freshest paint that we have that we could speak about. We could start there and then roll back. The most freshest paint would be Runway and Cling.
Cling
2.0. That's killing it. That's burning up the net right now.
Cling 2.0 for shiggity. So I was messing with it earlier because I knew we was gonna have to bring this up.
I'm gonna go over you gonna go to Cling?
Yeah, I got some Cling stuff to show. If you got some, you got something there.
Nah. I didn't prompt anything. I had just pulled up Cling to see how many tokens that I got.
Okay. You feel me?
Like 3,000 and change.
You know, I've been messing around with Cling. That's still 1.6. I put AI ghosts emerge slowly and swirl from swirling heavy fog, eerie and mysterious atmosphere. Camera rotates around the subject. It's already there. You know what I mean? And the thing is, you know, sometimes it's not about the app that comes out. It's about the prompts and what people are using it for. You know, so in combination with Mid-Journey, boom, you bring that up. That's cool. And then so
I like the camera work.
Yeah, so that's what we were really getting into, and I think we should really get to in class is starting to do more advanced prompting. You know what I mean? And then so we were talking earlier, and I was on to this right here over here on the left. Generate sound for video. Let me see.
We didn't know where the hell that sound was coming from.
Right. It's because they added sound generation where you can click on DeepSeek and put a planet exploding. It's going to create a prompt about a planet exploding.
Oh, okay. So DeepSeek is giving you the prompt. It's generating the prompts.
A sound prompt this time, though. We've done so much image. I mean, we've done so much text to image. We've done so much text to video, image to video. This 2.0 plus sound generation on Cling on the latest and greatest in Cling, and you should press the use prompt. The sound of a cataclysmic explosion, deep rumbles, and shattering celestial debris. Like you feel me? And then you press generate. And 4 tasks progress. But let's look at little cuz right here. Well, that's that's a sound generation, y'all. 30 seconds up, it's gonna make some sounds.
Right.
But let's look at the little techno superhero. So I took the original Spin City on the phone picture, turned him into a robot, and had him turn into a little small action figure.
Okay.
Just something thin, something light, something fun. You know what I'm saying? Seeing what they're offering.
That's fire.
You know what I mean? So that's more that action figure action with the reference image, and then turn them into an anime action figure. Let's check out these sounds here. Can you hear the sound?
Yep.
They got a little explosion. Okay. Those are just a few examples, y'all, but you can imagine, right? We're talking about making short films. We're talking about making faceless YouTubes. We're talking about this whole AI animation movement. And now I believe, Clean takes a lot of time nowadays because of all this new stuff. But imagine yourself. You've just prompted up a character image. Stay with me, guys. Let me do my woo-woo hands. Here, let me show everybody my woo-woo hands real quick. And that's what I mean. You know what I'm saying? Put me up there, Red. Are we on the show?
The woo hands?
Yeah. Here, let me do this. Now imagine, y'all, you just prompted up a character. Here's a picture of your favorite character. Maybe you drew it like Red. Bring it up. Okay, now you can simply put it, take it to bring to life. Now you have this figure. Now you have him moving around. and you have them walking, and you can prompt character walks through snow, listening to the crunch of the snow and the wind whip past his jacket. You're making movies.
That's
You're
movies, y'all.
making
Because sound is one of the most important things in filmmaking, animation, and all that. So
exactly. So with the launch of the Kling, so that's Kling AI, y'all, and they have image generation, video generation, and sound generation. Here, matter of fact, let me go back in there too because they've been a couple other things that y'all should see up in there. Maybe you haven't seen it before. Now, when you go over here on this left, y'all see my screen? Okay. You have the AI try on. Now, what you can do is create a model of a human. We've done this before, but check it out. And go to DeepSeek because DeepSeek is in there with Kling. And again, a sweet female apparel mode, casually dressed male model, fresh, tall, and fashionable female model. You're just gonna prompt people up, man. Let me get a fresh, tall, and fashionable female model with the good chocolate skin or the peanut butter skin. You feel me? Peace to the queens now. Peace to some good queens now. Feel me? And I can just size it up. Let's say we're gonna do some TikTok stuff here, a little TikTok action. Okay, we're gonna make sure you got the guns, pretty youthful female. Okay, we're gonna generate that.
mm-hmm.
You're creating human beings, family. Like, come on, man, taking it a little bit too far, don't you think? Maybe we haven't taken it far enough. Huh? The lip sync action is going on. You can put in some voice. You can extend stuff. I mean, this thing, man, Kling made a statement. They did it, because we were gonna bring up Act 1 from Runway. But I mean, you're prompting up people. We do it live on Techno Tuesday. This is a person. Now I can go to AI try on with this person right here. Oh, I need to actually prompt up a garment. I haven't prompted up a garment.
Right.
Okay.
I need to run the MAGA hats and some of that drip through there too.
Yeah, for sure.
Definitely.
Okay. I don't have any clothes. It usually doesn't take my read shit shirt. It doesn't take the curse word.
Right.
Let me see if it finds that little shirt or something. But here's the hints right here, y'all. If you don't, okay, it's gonna auto crop. No garment. I thought I had it. Okay, so what you can do here is essentially show a different piece of clothing. It could be any type of clothing in the world. You can prompt it up. Show me a t-shirt. Matter of fact, let me see. Let me go to ChatGPT and prompt up a t-shirt.
I'm gonna send you some drip right now, my brother.
Okay.
Worry not. I'm gonna send it to your IG and whatnot.
Can we design an AI to not be so PC? Hey, look.
That's more so the open source models that you could come off with.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? People are AI pimps. That's what they've been calling themselves.
It's people moving. It's people working around all that. You feel me?
Yeah, they got all the workarounds for sure.
They got workarounds like an MFA. But initially, I've said it before on the show yesterday. The private models, these if it's not open source, it has guardrails. It's PC. You know what I mean? It's somewhat kind of like, it got that shit with it. You know what I mean? You got to kind of like go to the open source because, Google, Meta. Well, Meta Llama 4 is open source, so it doesn't.
Yeah, Llama 4 is a monster too.
Yeah, Grok is.
That's the thing that you're doing on there.
Grok, which is on X, is similar to how X is. X don't have that many guardrails, and neither does Grok. So I say Grok 3 is kind of the best one to use. It's part of the private suite. But if you want to go super unrestricted, go to the Chinese open source ones that don't have guardrails, and you could get busy and whatnot. There's a site.
Yeah, I see this stuff. Let me download this and move this along real quick.
Yeah.
I gotta do it off my phone. The computer be acting up sometimes, especially while I'm live.
Yeah. So like while you're doing that, I just
Yeah.
talk to people about this whole thing about the PC and what tools to use for what research. So if let's say you want to research the Moors, let's say that you want to research some deep shit that you know that they're going to kind of like if it was on Google, it would be like kind of censored. That's kind of what you're going to get with Chat GPT, unless you are very good with your prompts. Now if you could tweak your prompts, you could move around all of that. But I don't even waste my time. I don't even waste my time. I'm going to the Chinese ones with all of that. I remember last year I was telling people about Falcon LLM, and that was something that the UAE put out, which is the United Arab Emirates, and they was giving me all of the information about the Moors. I'm talking about it was spilling the battles. It was telling me about the battles that they had. It was giving me everything Moorish. I could not get that information on any of these other LLMs. So it's just giving you, you know what I mean? It's like you got to know what to use for what it is that you need. Shout out to you, Righteous. Are you ready, Spin? You got that?
No, give me 1 second.
Stable Diffusion, Comfy IU. Yeah, that's one. What's the other one? Is it Civic? What's the one that you could prompt like not safe for work? Oh, Civatai. That gives
I
you
think you can do it on RenderNet. Still let you go crazy too.
RenderNet.
Yeah, RenderNet let you. I don't know who made that up. They'll let you go crazy on here.
Man,
You can
I'm
do
gonna
the
drop
whole
the
thing.
link for Civit. This one right here, I'm gonna share it. So I'm gonna show you this. This is one of the this has all of the open source models on it. This has the majority of the open source models on it. This is where they go and get crazy on this right here, right? So these are featured models, right? And what they mean by models is each one of these machines are basically trained to output a certain type of artistic style and whatnot. So as you can see, it's a lot of manga. It's a lot of manga. This one right here, not safe for work. Right? This is not safe for work. So it could basically give you not safe for work outputs. But yeah, all of this is, as you can see, it's Japanese style and everything. You know what I mean? So when you render something, it's going to give you an output in this style. It was trained on this type of artistic style, the Laura and whatnot. So this is what you'll probably be able to render artwork in this style. So if you into like, what's that shit? Power Rangers, you know, all of that type shit. You know, all of that manga in Japanese. You might want to go and use this model.
Yeah, I just had to take the background off of this red. I'm about to submit it over to the
okay,
to the close because they be mad that you got a background on here if you're on.
Right. Yeah. So as you can see, different art styles, right? Different art styles, but they are all, you know. You could, yeah. So you can even take this right here. If you like this, you could get the prompt, right? Bring that shit over to Sora, or you could bring it over to Kling.
But they're not giving me nothing.
Let me see. Where's the prompt at on this thing?
Like bullshitting. Here go this one.
Oh, there go the prompt.
Yeah, when I put it in there, I keep saying, oh, we can't find no garment. They acting crazier than last time. I'd be hating when we do Techno Tuesdays live. They see the Pillar Brothers. The AI even know when it's the Pillar Brothers, bro.
Yeah, the AI is trained. They already know who it is. Like, I'm saying, I put my name in Chat GPT, and that shit came back with the sauce. They know who I am. It came back with the sauce. I was like, damn. Y'all did y'all homework. You know, y'all did y'all homework for real, for real. So as y'all could see, a lot of different styles, but the art is advanced. Make no mistake
ready,
about it.
Red, with the Kendrick shirt.
Huh?
It's ready.
Oh, it's ready? Okay.
Yeah, our prompted model got the Kendrick shirt on over here.
All right, let me bring your screen up.
All right, that's AI try on. All right. Let's generate a little video.
That's Klingington.
That's clean. And this is AI try on. So y'all just watch me prompt this woman. Prompt this tall woman. We put on Red Pillar shirt. We all know Red Pillar. Okay. So the outfit. Okay, whatever. So that's gonna take a little bit, y'all, but we're gonna create a video now with this t-shirt. A mock-up t-shirt. We're talking about clothes. Put your mock-up t-shirt, or if you got clothes already, put it on the floor. Take a picture. It's gonna take 5 minutes. Put it on the floor, take a picture, bring it to AI try on. And now, if you just now launching this shirt and nobody ordered it off the site yet, you got people wearing it, walking around. They gonna put that in queue. They acting like it's gonna take longer than last time. AI try on plus clean 2.0 master. Feel me? Okay, we're back to 5 minutes. So let's look over here at runway real quick. Okay, I got my character City doing a couple. I'm almost out of it, Clean and runway have gotten really expensive with their credits. I'm just like burning through credits just using Gen 4.
They wiped me out. I prompted I did a few prompts. And they was like, all right, pack it up. I'm like, damn.
I got City lifting off into the sky. Okay, got that little action. Because I'm really working on him flying up, doing something superhero-like. So I keep looking for that. Just going through prompts, restyles. I think right here I went to Chat GPT to get a master prompt for Kling. And here again, I want to talk about it over here, y'all. Look, aerial drone shot following Spin City rocketing straight up through a dense futuristic cityscape. He transforms mid-flight into a complex armored cyborg suit. The visual emphasizes extreme speed. Buildings become streaks of light. Lens flares bloom. Invisible shockwave cone. Just listen to how much detail I'm looking to put into my little show. Photorealistic, epic scale, 8K. It's gotten to the point to where you can just prop up your camera angle. You don't have to, you could take a picture of yourself just like this, turn yourself into a version of a cartoon or a version of something. If it doesn't look like it, doesn't look like it, okay? Just prompt it until it does if you want a straight up digital twin. But you can put yourself in cartoon mode, right? And you're able to just make an actor, make a movie, make stuff happen. Again, this is more off the prompt. It's like, what else am I going to do? You know what I mean? So becoming what you want to become, being who you want to be, making movies, making whatever you want to do, family. I mean, it's like it's more available than any other time. So when we talk about the fearmonger action and all that, it's like, man, look what you can really do.
So I want to answer something real quick about the limits, right? Because I was contemplating this earlier, And what they do is they kind of like, they have us, we're forgetting that we're going into production, right? We're forgetting that anytime prior to this, we would go into production with a budget. Like if you were looking to make an animated film, you would approach it already with $1 million budget at minimum. So going into any type of project, it's always encouraged to go in with a budget. Your budget is not going to be $20. Your budget is not going to be $200. Your budget should be somewhere in the thousands of dollars if you want to create a digital asset that's going to bring you some type of accolades, some type of quote unquote, if you want to get other people to hire you, you're going to have to spend prior to being able to earn. So I would go to Runway with about a stack, and I would buy up credits. I would drop $1,000 on credits. Therefore, you don't have many limits and whatnot. You're not looking over your shoulders and counting the credits as you go through it and whatnot. So, and somebody might be intimidated by hearing that, but I just want to remind you of this. There's an executive producer when it comes to these things. They're the ones that handle that. Or you have the opportunity to crowdfund, or you could crowdsource. If there's 10 people on a project, well, then 10 people put $100 up, or 10 people put up $200, and then your ass will have a budget. Don't go into none of this stuff on a shoestring budget, because you're going to get shoestring results, my nigga. And it's all good. If you want to make a 45-second or 30-second trailer, you're kind of good with the initial $20 plan.
Yep.
What's the best platform to create meditation videos? I would say InVideo and maybe Kling. Because I will go to InVideo and I will use the AI generated option, which is going to be a little bit more than a regular one, where you could do Pixar, you could do like Pixar generated type of things. You could basically generate it into any type of style that you want, but it's AI generated. That's where a lot of people are doing the POV videos, the point of view videos. I saw one today, POV from the Black Plague, and it was a nigga waking up and he was in a Black Plague. You know what I'm saying? Rats running around and shit. It looked dope. It's dope as hell. But those videos are going viral on TikTok. If you have a monetized page on TikTok, if you have a monetized YouTube page, if you have a monetized Facebook page, go for the POVs, and definitely the faceless channels where you're doing things like, reinterpreting certain books. You know what I mean? What if videos are blowing up too? The what ifs. What if Tupac never got shot? What if Biggie, you know what I mean? Shit like that. Those are big, and meditation, of course. I don't want to throw your idea into the pool and tell people to jump on it, but yeah, because I don't think Sora is good enough for that right now. I would say Kling. What's the other one? Luma.
Yeah, Luma Labs, Dream
Luma
Lab is crazy.
Kling.
Gemini is supposed to have dropped. Man. Their image video maker, man.
Yeah, they got VO2 out, right?
Yeah, it's supposed to be right there in Gemini though.
What? It ain't dropped.
It ain't dropped, bro. They tripping,
man.
I don't know why this didn't move at all. What I did on Runway.
You went to the Act 1?
Yeah, I went to Act 1, y'all. The thing is, I don't have a video, so I took the video of this cyborg right here. Let me see.
That's fire.
And then I mixed it, and I wanted to mix it with this Techno Tuesday cyborg that I just did. So when I tried to fuse it, I was looking for the video to fuse those two. But anyway, y'all, when you're using Act 1 on Gen 4, you could literally, it'll be me moving like this, and whatever I put as the character reference, it'll turn into it. You know what I mean? This is probably a white man walking. This is a car. You know what I mean? So this is how you're able to take actor control pretty much of your videos. I just don't. And this computer doesn't have a lot of my one-on-one face up videos. But then your model was done in 5 minutes. You got somebody rocking the shirt for the site or for a quick ad. She turns around, boom. That's a part of the ad right there. You know what's 3 seconds of a nice melanated joint. You know, rocking some real stuff, right? We arguing with tariffs and fake designer where we a real designer. You understand? So, and that's AI try on. You gonna prompt the model, prompt the clothes, prompt the movie. She stays straight long enough. You just put a lip sync. Peace, family. Boom. That's all you do. Right. So you're in a game with that. Let's look at Luma Labs real quick. It's one of my favorites. Let me go to the Quantum Architect real quick. I don't know who that is. I don't know why they gave me why they turned him to a white man. But look, City, the Quantum Architect, a demigod, part human, part AI, embodying advanced intelligence, quantum foresight, and future technology mastery. Okay, that's what I didn't do. I didn't say that he's African American, etc., etc. But check this out, guys. This is Dream Machine by Luma Labs. There's my first prompt. I'm gonna press brainstorm. Now we can add different things in there that what AI believes, right? To my eternal technology aesthetics. And look how it just gave me a brand new prompt. Based off that first prompt. Was it so fast that you couldn't catch it, or did y'all catch it? Give me a 1 in the chat if you caught it. Give me a 2 if AI is just so fast that you couldn't even see it. I got an email from Gemini today. It didn't drop. It didn't drop yet. I have Gemini Advanced.
I got an email. I thought it dropped because I damn sure got an email from them that said that it was out.
Yeah, said it was out for all. Okay, Jack, you didn't see it. That's how fast it is. Okay, so let's go again. You know, I had created these dudes. I even did some fusion work. You know, this is kind of like what Runway is offering. I fused these 2 pictures. Look on the left. One god turned into another, and that's what gave me this one right here. So you see him put his armor on and go ancestral and pop back like this. This thing's a fucking monster, man. Okay. Ooh. I went back into the prompt, City, the Quantum Architect. I described him. Right here at the bottom, it says brainstorm. I click brainstorm. Over here on the right, the brainstorm comes up. That gives me even more accompanying prompts. Okay. Philosophical landscapes. Look at everything. Look at everything on over here. These are prompts that it wants to give me to create new videos. I think I click this one. A demigod surrounded by glowing translucent AI interfaces and flowing quantum particles. It's all based off the brainstorm that's happening here. You feel? I mean, even look what it gave me. I should have put that. I thought it was going to give me one of the gods from above, but you know, it gave me a white man. But look at this. But look at this place. That's Spin City on your ass.
Wow.
If that was me, that's Spin City for your ass.
Right.
And now look at this one. Now look at the dream prompt. The prompt that I just got off of the brainstorm. The Quantum Architect.
That's crazy.
A little video game in 1080p, 5 seconds long. You can't drop that as a piece of B-roll to your ad. You can't drop that as a piece of B-roll to your YouTube and just storyboard this by using brainstorm.
Right.
Now I can brainstorm even further off that. Quantum divinity, futuristic, terrorism. Okay, it's kind of the same because it's still off the same thought. So that's cool. But look how fast I'm getting 5 seconds worth of B-roll for something I want to create. And then look when I go here. I can modify this one. I can extend this one. I can do more like this. So when you're doing your storyboard and you find something that you like, maybe this is the movie, it's the damn European, Jesus here, he's doing AI, he's doing this Dr. Eggman thing. You just make more like this. Or you download it. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, definitely, man. When we're talking about, generative AI and animations and stuff, we've been around for a while now. I dropped a video the other day. I've been doing this since September of 2022 now. Don't think I'm new to it. I'm really true to it now. I really got receipts. But I just want to make sure I spoke on this publicly. This is where you can come and do anything. Okay, matter of fact, look, Katy Perry kisses the ground. It's a whole other person. Because I don't know what Katy Perry looks like. I just don't think that's it.
Right.
Because what happened is somebody took the scene of the Katy Perry thing and this girl added herself by going right here and pressing remix. So let me press remix. Okay, now here's Katy Perry. I don't think I got time to take pictures, man. Come on now.
You gonna put your face on Katy Perry's?
It should become the whole person. Okay, now this little buff guy is about to become Katy Perry. Just like he became Ashton Hall right here.
That's crazy. Yeah.
Isn't that him doing the Ashton Hall?
Yep. That's a viral video. 65 million views type
I'm
shit.
Black I Read, I Know Shit shirt, MIGA bag on him, keys crown on his head.
Crown on there. That's crazy.
All right. Okay, it looks like this one is ready. There he is again.
Damn.
Now he's a girl.
Fast.
And now he's kissing her, and now he's a damn girl. Sorry, little AI spin.
Okay, that's Viggle.
Viggle. Yeah, I went to Viggle, y'all. I went to Viggle.ai.
I had Viggle on my phone.
Yep. All right, y'all. So, and check out this one for all my musicians. And I know, Ridge, I know you know about that Spotify playing, how they doing it. So what you can do is come here is drop your character. Again, I don't got time for that, man. Let me just do the little character now, man. Y'all been rocking with me already. Okay, let's get the character involved. So what's gonna happen here, y'all, is y'all have to maybe 11 labs. I actually don't know yet, but write your raps out in your songs, put all your lyrics up, and boom, and have this thing do your song.
What?
Rap.
On
It's gonna
Viggle?
do a rap song. Viggle.
Yeah.
Viggle.
Let's see it.
Right. 6-line lyrics work best. Damn, I can't talk to it right now. I might
Accelerator. I remember I had hella haters. Like Outkast said, I'm in the elevator. You might not smell me, but you're gonna smell me later.
Is that enough or what? What you want to do?
The button didn't come on.
Nah.
You could thank me now, or you could tell me later.
Yeah. seem like that's going through. Ah, shit. My whole shit just transformed. I had to press the wrong button. God damn. Let me just get one from goddamn ChatGPT, man. God damn. I just delete the whole shit, bro. But yeah, you guys are gonna type in your raps on Vigor, type in your words.
Yeah, I'm headed over there immediately. Check that out.
Let me go to ChatGPT. I said ChatGPT, give me 6 bars about AI accelerated. Because I just want to see this come on. I just want to see it go. Hey, ChatGPT says plugged in with code. Now I'm a dream machine. I see 12 moves ahead, even through a screen. ChatGPT and them is so funny, bro.
Got bars.
Like, what do you?
It's not unlocking for you yet. Oh, there you go.
Okay, so it's gonna take 1 minute to do that, and I guess they're gonna have this character spit his rap.
Yeah, I need to see this.
Okay.
I've been waiting for this. I've been looking for this. What did I use? I used Runway.
Yeah, Runway's a monster too.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all should go crazy, no problem. Put his body in this. Yeah, Vigil. So we seen Luma Labs, and that's where we did that. That mind map. You got that cling in your system. You got Vigil. I mean, you guys can make anything you want tonight. I just don't want y'all to be waiting around, man. It just tires me to see y'all wait around for things in the age of acceleration and AI. That's all I'm saying, man. Yeah, see, crypto. I'll just be up all night playing with AI tools because and it's always good. It's always good because again, I mean, we don't have a whole lot in the race of AI and generative AI, but if we did, we could be. Who's the leader of Vigil? Who's the leader of even Canva dropped a whole new way to do things. They got Canva AI. They got the whole movement.
Yeah, like I said, we're gonna pick a date. I'll build with you about this offline, where we'll have a show dedicated to the creators, and we'll bring creators on to show their processes to do what they do. You know what I mean? Because everybody, I feel, is a master in their own universe, and they bring something to the table. So we're gonna have a demonstration show, just based off of what I'm seeing in the comments. Is like y'all ready? So
yeah. So this is kind of weird right here, man. Check it out. See what we got here, man.
Take the volume on. Take it off of mute. He doing one of them new dances that young niggas do. He doing a TikTok dancer. Let me find out. Yeah, look. He booling. He turned it up. They got my dude with the mannerisms and all that.
Okay.
There's a little bit of Afro beats in there mixed with some other shit, some bankhead bouncing. Where's the volume though?
Okay. Okay. I would like to see a little bit more control there, but that's what's up.
Did you hear it though?
I did hear. Did you not hear it?
Nah, we ain't hear it.
Oh, y'all never heard none of the sound coming off here?
Nah.
I'm getting it on the one here. Shit. Give me a second, right quick. Let me make sure the little sound go on here.
Yeah, we ain't hear the sound. We just seen that nigga moving around, jigging. He just
Yeah,
going
some
in.
damn words coming up. So let me make sure this. It might cut my mic. Let me see. Share audio.
Sound like he was popping it though. Or it looked like he was popping it for that matter.
Let me see. Can you hear him?
Not yet.
Are you hearing it?
Nah.
Okay.
Negative.
Let me put it on the big screen. Oh, look at this. That should look crazy. Let me put it on this one. It might cut my mic though when I do entire.
So good. Yeah, we can hear now.
Plugged in with code, now I dream in machine. I see 12 moves ahead, every thought's a screen. Neural Netflix, I bend time with precision. Accelerated path, AI locked on the mission. From pen to the prompt, every word got weight. I don't chase fate, I render it great. Knowledge on tap like a mainframe leak. Turn hustle into data, let my clones go speak. I am the answer. I am the answer. I am the answer.
Yeah, put that on Chinese TikTok, my nigga. Go viral. Nah, dead ass. Put that on Chinese TikTok and go viral, man.
Screen.
My dude do not look like what he sound like.
Accelerated path, AI locked on the mission. From pen to the prompt, every word got weight. I don't chase fate, I render it great. Knowledge on tap like a mainframe leak. Turn hustle into data, let my clones go speak. I am the answer.
Okay.
No wonder we didn't hear that shit. You was probably muting it on purpose.
I told them shit was. I'm like, God damn, nah, I was really giving it to you.
Here's what they think about you. Yeah, send that shit to Asia right now, bro. Because it ain't doing nothing over here.
Like,
I'm just saying. Fuck the tariff. Send that to Asia right now.
Send that to Asia today, huh?
Asia, you might blow up like I show speed, my nigga.
Oh shit!
You might pop off. You never know.
Yeah, send that shit over. Damn, bro.
Asia.
Oh yeah, y'all, man, that's Vigor, man. That shit got me crying for real. That shit was hella funny when I started. And I said, y'all can't hear this? I could tell I wasn't getting that much of a reaction from you because you heard that shit.
Oh, you knew we wasn't hearing that, man. You knew you didn't get the proper reaction. You knew we didn't hear because we was sitting there like,
yeah, I was wondering. I'm like, bro, so are y'all not hearing this?
But we couldn't hear nothing. I wish probably we didn't hear nothing, but it's all good. You know, where does 11 Labs play into this whole thing?
11 Labs. Look at 11 Labs, man. They got some shit popping. That's so fucking funny.
Where does 11 Labs play into this whole thing? Blue is gonna beat me up, but I gotta show it. I gotta show it. I got a video with Blue that he did too. They got to get our sounds right. You know what I mean? You fix my sound, son. Fix my sound.
In the music world, I haven't seen it, but I mean, this thing is you're doing one-click audiobooks.
Straight up.
You're doing one-click podcasts.
Straight up.
All right, you just upload your ebook, different voices, different formats, podcast, Google Sheets,
right? Google.
Whatever text you got, upload the content file. You can even import it from URL.
Open mics.
Use existing projects. And then here go your host voice on here. You can have Chris and Jessica. You can have Chris and somebody else. I got my own voice in there. I got some African stuff going on.
Let's check out Bluefield.
Yeah.
The poetic, the poetic prodigy that he is. This don't sound nothing like him though, so don't judge him. He's gonna beat me up for showing it, but this is just showing you. This is Hey Jin. This is an AI clone. Okay. This is not Blue Pill, y'all. This is a clone of Blue Pill. Check them out.
This ain't for snapping fingers at the open mics. Nah, it's some cats that need this in the Golan Heights. Stuck to their screen like poltergeist, trying to stay warm through the coldest nights. My flow is nice, but the topic is brutal. You don't want to know the price if your pockets is frugal. It's a 1 followed by 100 zeros, that's a Google. Super facts, you can Google that. Salute to cats who used to rap and hung the mics up to pursue the flutes and still managed to keep anticipation through the roof, knowing you could still run circles around these Urkels like hula hoops, but would rather use this muse for innovation, inspiration. Prove to dudes our generation is interfacing with the newest news. Downloads from the cosmos that requires no chips out the Congo. Our gray antenna pulling grammar from the silver lining that we express in tones like Phyllis Hyman. You know the science.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So we get in there. You know,
after that voice a little bit, almost
knocking on the door. We just got to keep tweaking. But as you can see, that was not him. He cloned himself. Yeah, Blue is definitely gonna get at.
Okay, let's see. Let's talk about a little bit more music while we own it.
Okay.
Let's talk about the Music FX DJ behind Google. Now let's see if y'all can hear this right real quick. Let me just start this and see if y'all can hear it. You hearing this crazy ass shit?
Oh. Play it again.
Just playing. You not hearing it?
Nah.
Okay, this shit started tripping. That's what I'm saying, bro. All right, I'm gonna do the full thing. It usually be cut my damn mic, but hold on. So let me show y'all real quick what I'm gonna be doing, and that's going up here and changing different parts of the beat. So if it cuts my mic on full audio, computer audio mode, all I'm gonna really be doing is adding a prompt like this: bass. Okay, I'm from the Bay. I'm gonna put hyphy.
Hyphy.
But I'm gonna add some trap.
Oh,
okay. Sound. Okay, now these are all prompts, and I can put in. Let me see. I'm gonna take this. Now I'm gonna take the trance. I'm gonna take the trance off. I'm gonna take the ambient off. And as I'm working, this thing just keeps building the music.
Okay, it's changing.
So let me let y'all in on the music, and I'm gonna just build.
Look, ATC Gallery said, "Yo, Red, I just launched a Go Spotify Apple Music page 9 months ago. 100 songs, 4 albums, already getting a check every 3 months.
Whoa!
Win. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm talking about. Win." Like some Coachella shit. Through the orchestra, strings. Got the choir. Okay. Oh, damn. They're just doing it in real time. This is Google, right? Turn the angel voices up.
Like that. Nah, that's okay. All right, y'all. But yeah, man, you'll go to labs.google. You'll scroll right down to music, FX DJ, whatever words you like, whatever you want to, yeah, you feel me? Whatever you want to put in your music, whatever vibes you feeling, you just type it in as a prompt and you watch it build in real time, whether you want to stick with it or not. Yeah, you just make music, make beats on there.
Crazy. That's crazy.
Labs.google. And then you'll go over to Music FX DJ. Yes, sir.
I would love to see one of our accomplished producers, you know what I mean? Like one of those the people that cook on the spot, like a brother Rich and them, to basically get up in there and tweak that shit and see what they could come up with. I'm gonna show them my cling real quick.
Yep.
Oh no, my Luma. This is my Luma. This is the Luma.
Yes, sir. We got some stuff cooking up for you Friday now.
Yes, indeed. Shout out to all of the students. I'm waiting for y'all homework. So this
I forgot to record the work along. The work along still gonna happen on Saturday, so y'all should be giving Red Pillar what he need now.
Right. So this right here is just a different yeah, it does what it does yeah.
Sound. It does sound, bro. You hear that shit? Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. That's where we went to Kling, and it's starting to add AI sound to the videos you asked for. Nobody's doing that, man. When it's a video, it's video.
Cinematic. When it gets to that
they're giving them cinema. Look at that shit. It's cartoon right now. Cartoon right now, family. All day. Non-stop.
Niggas look scary. It's low-key spooky, but hey.
Mm-hmm.
Like it, I love it.
Man, what?
But you know, you just have, you know what I mean? It's whatever comes to mind. You know what I'm saying? Hey.
Yeah, look at that. Come on.
Hey. You could take flyers, thumbnails and whatnot, and animate those. You know.
Have you done anything in and Pika Labs lately, Red, because Copper Moon said Red and Spin. Have you seen those Lions and Tigers that has their coach changed to Gemstone? And I think that's on Pika. I think that's a Pika play.
Yeah,
A
I've
lot of
been
stuff
playing
on
with.
Pika. Pika is
I
so.
didn't see the thing with the Lions though, but I've been.
But yeah, when you go to Pika Labs, Copper Moon, there's Pika Twists, there's Pika Effects, Pika Additions, to where you can change something into something else. Like right on the spot, let me bring it up real quick.
Yeah, check that. Pull it up.
So if you got a twist, you see get started with Pika Twists.
Twist.
Let me see if I
Twist
got
the
a video available. Let me see if I bring the God transformation in there. So they describe the change you want to make. Into a ghost. See what they give me. People have been on here turning their animals into humans. High demand right now. Let's go back to templates, take a little gander. So, like even right here on this one, turning that page, turning into that getting that 3D owl out of there, having the cat drink the coffee. Okay, this astronaut action there.
I like that.
Okay, he's on fire. There's a good one on here. See, like this Lego thing. See, this is what you're saying. You want that Lego, you can build your Lego, take a picture, and put it on Pika Twist and have it lift up. Okay? We talked about the toys the other day. Look at this bear over here. He's going to come to life and walk forward like a regular bear. Right? You just take a picture of your children's room and bring some alive. You're gonna tear their ass up. Go tell your children right now. You know, if they're young enough, you can say, "Man, I seen a bear come to life last night." And they go, "Oh, you know what's going on? I caught it on video." And I say, "Let me see."
Mm-hmm.
You know, you got their dolls waving at them. You can just show them. You just have fun with your kids. You know, the AI prank. Here goes. You know, today is the rise of the AI prank, especially if your children are real small. You know.
Right.
And cook that. I mean, I caught your dog coming tonight later. You remember we watched Toy Story? They're gonna be tripping out looking at the toys for the rest of the night.
Don't give up on me, I need you to hold on. Know you deep up in the storm, but I know you can face it.
What they're doing right here?
Don't give up on me, I need
is
well, you could come into anybody's picture. I saw that before.
Yeah, but the thing, that's her in a picture of her younger self.
That's what I'm saying. You could combine, you could combine, that's the new shit
and then you hop up in there, and that's a Pika edition. It's a Pika edition play. Okay, Pika effects turns right into a character. They got the noises on there, so okay, I'm hearing them noises a lot from Pika.
Got on some badass shit.
This guy here, baby, this fucking guy, baby me. Okay, yeah. See here, they supposedly had gave me one from Luma. Let's check him out. Oh, it just made his face different because this is okay. It just ghosted the face. Okay, whatever. But yeah, y'all, Pika.art. Yeah, you can transform stuff into other stuff. So I made the doll come out the box. He got uglier than last time, but whatever.
Pika was the app people was using to do the squishy things, right? Where they was squeezing shit a lot.
Yeah, they got it on both Pika and Clean. Yeah, you can squeeze it and it can float and stuff.
Okay. Yeah, put the sound effects to that right there. That's a flex right there.
Yep.
Type shit.
So yeah, y'all, those are the generative animation
Yeah.
latest and greatest so far.
Greatest. I'm gonna end it on this right here.
Yeah.
Shout out to my peoples in the building, Tizo TV. You know what I'm saying? Who have been instrumental in the creative process and the teamwork and whatnot. I really appreciate you, King. But yeah, this is an early draft of the 44 tops. You know what I'm saying? you know,
Yeah, I'm messing with this.
yeah. We gonna add some more moves and everything, but check us out.
Red, blue, purple light.
Hey,
Red, blue, purple light.
hey.
Facts. Red, blue, purple light. Friends.
Where Vanity at? Where Vanity at? Where Lake Wonkatonka?
Red and blue, purple, like friends. Facts, you can get to know the letter.
You see, he put that extra oomph in it, right? That pump right there.
Facts,
There you go.
you can get to know the letter.
That's something only melanated people could do.
Man, what? Man, what? Come on.
It's coming, man.
Come on.
We working it out. We working it out. But I want Apollonia in that one. I want Vanity and Apollonia on my side. Section he had the Prince drip. Yeah, he had the ruffles. He had the ruffles on his shit. You know what I'm talking about? He had the lace. You know what I mean? With that good purple on. Yeah, we cooking. We cooking. We cooking. Friday, y'all. If y'all are not in class, what is going on?
What's
Not
happening?
only is this the class to be in, but the price is right. You smell me? We made it affordable. We made it something that you can't basically you can't say no to it. You know what I mean? We need y'all in the building. We do have a packed house already, but why not have more students? I need as many students as possible because at the end of the day, this month for a fantasy complex industry, we are literally showing you how you could build assets across what we call transmedia. I hope I don't offend anybody out there in the trans world, but transmedia is media across all lines and whatnot. So a perfect example of transmedia will be G.I. Joe that we grew up knowing about. Where people are Transformers, right? Transformers was a comic, then it was a cartoon, then it was a toy, and then it became a movie. So that is transmedia. And a lot of that still exists within the universes. Marvel is the king of the transmedia medium because they'll come out with a comic that you got to literally read the comic to understand what's going on in the quote unquote Netflix or the Disney Plus show and whatnot. And then there's Easter eggs, and then you got to be able to watch that to know what's going on in the movie, similar to how they did with Loki and whatnot by introducing us to Kang the Conqueror and things of that nature. So once again, the class is available. If you miss week 1, don't worry about it. The replay is available. We have everything there for you. You could play catch up. The first episode or the first class was like 3 hours. That's how deep we was going in. We had a lot of information to share and whatnot. So I highly encourage the students, the KT aliens who want to elevate your AI game and whatnot, who want to step into this whole new world and grab it by the horns to pull up. And there's nothing else that there's no other way to say it. To pull up, you know what I mean? Because we got you. and me and Spin are delivering some high quality information, and we're gonna have special guests this month as well. We're gonna surprise y'all. So yeah, you have anything you want to say?
I just want to see y'all on Friday and Saturday. Friday we go hard class. We might have lecture. We'll have demonstration. We'll have guidelines and prompts. Okay, that's Friday night. And Saturday morning we get on another Zoom and we do a work along. That means if we talked about comic books, transmedia, turn our comic books into a short film with the stuff that we've been able to show you tonight. That's exactly how we break it down. We streamline the prompts. We teach you how to storyboard. If you guys have been a part of Techno Tuesday tonight for quite some time, I showed you some in-depth prompts of the 8K camera with the, where you used to have to be a cameraman and you have to call your actor friends over. You got to get your green screen going. You had to do all this stuff. You can literally prompt the entire scene for yourself. As long as you have the streamlined prompts, the how to storyboard, the how to angle, the how to, and I definitely got somebody to bring as a guest myself that works with Universal Studios out here in California. I can't say too much about him. He signed his contracts, but I'm gonna definitely give him a call so that he can teach you the mindset of a director. Once you become a prompt director, you're a monster at short film. You're a monster at character guidance with your AI actors, etc., etc. So definitely make it there Friday, y'all. It's more affordable than last time. And here we go.
Yeah, we just put this out. Once again, shout out to Lico TV. This is your guide for storyboarding. Okay, a story about storyboarding, and of course, it's built around the 44 tops, right? But it will show you how to storyboard your quote unquote videos or your short films or your music videos, right? This is the quote unquote storyboard manual right here. Okay. So this is on deck. We're going to have it on Buy Me a Coffee. This will be available on Buy Me a Coffee. And we're probably going to also have the digital download to it as well for people that they just want to get you don't want the hard copy. You want the digital copy. But this right here will show you what it is that you need. Storyboarding is very important. We're going to be going over this in class. All right. We're going to be going through this book in class. Storyboarding is of utmost importance. It is of quote unquote, it's mandatory at this point. It is mandatory at this point because all of these apps that are coming out, they're built around storyboarding and whatnot in order to tell your story. So it's going to make you a better director, a better storyteller. You're gonna learn things that Hollywood learned, that Hollywood was using all of these years and whatnot. But because we were not a part of it, we were not aware. But if you do music videos and shit like that, you know about it and whatnot. 101s. Yes, we do offer consultations. I will drop the Calendly link right now for you. And anybody that wants to book everything, you just go through the link and it will show you everything that you need and whatnot. You know what I'm saying? Pretty easy the way that they set it up. And yeah, with that being said, if there's anything that you want to leave them with, please go ahead. Oh,
I'm through, Brody. I'm gonna see him on Friday.
Oh yeah, Peter, you must have came in here because I literally said that. You know what I'm saying? That I need Apollonia and Vanity to be planking to flank the good 44 tops. And I need that energy in that video. I need that right there. So we will be creating them in one of these apps and whatnot. And that's coming soon. I just gave you a little glimpse, but it's coming. It's definitely coming, and y'all gonna be pleased. All right. Divine Goddess, it was a pleasure meeting you as well. You know what I'm saying? And I look forward to meeting many of y'all in the near future as we move around this chessboard. So with that being said, thank you all for your time and your attention, and thank you for your input. I love my chat. I just want to put that out there. I love the interaction. I love the back and forth. It enhances the conversation, and it also enhances the engagement. So kudos to y'all. Shout out to my mods. You know what I'm talking about? Shout out to Copper Moon, always holding it down, always there for us. You know what I mean? You make this thing so
definitely
for us. We really appreciate you. Goddess all set. I see you. You know what I'm talking about? Shout out to you. And yeah, with that being said, we will see you tomorrow. We'll be going live with Brother Rich on Hip Hopolis. If you don't have the link, I'll drop that again. Please subscribe to that. And also, please subscribe to the new AI Accelerated on the quote unquote on the new channel on IG. My bad, on IG. Okay, on the IG. All of my IG people come and tap in with us. You smell me? Yeah, let me drop this link for this page, and then we out of here.
Yep, thank you, y'all. Appreciate all y'all. Appreciate you, Red. Appreciate everybody in the chat. Another Techno Tuesday down.
And
See y'all Friday.
one.
See y'all Saturday. See y'all next Tuesday. Peace.
All right. Peace, love, and light, y'all. Y'all stay dangerous. We'll catch up with you.
Red, blue, purple light. Red, blue, purple light. Friends, facts. Red, blue, purple light. Friends. Red and blue, purple light. Friends, facts. You can get to know the ledger, sacrilegious Sunday to melanin Monday. You can get to know the ledger, my love. Just open your third eye on Thursday. Lord, the food, the art, the clothes, the Vatican's getting exposed fast. We put the show on the road. You better stay on your toes. I was till the land focused on the ego. Then I opened my heart, let go of the ego. Grand after grand, we stacking up these C notes. Facts, facts, yeah. We gon' put this shit on our backs. Facts, facts. We in your city, pull up where we at. Facts, facts. Peace, love and light. Peace, love to the family. Peace, love and light to the family. Peace, love and light to the family.
These days and time, black man, is going to be the time that you have been waiting for. You came here for a reason. Whatever pressure, whatever adversity, whatever the fuck you feel, I don't know what you feel, but whatever you may be feeling is going to push you, and it's going to provoke you, and it's either going to make you or break you, similar to how pressure busts pipes or the shit makes diamonds.